Hey, what's going on, guys? 118 Seth Shadow here. We don't have as many cards to go through for today, but there is something I do want to talk about given the buzz that's been happening on today's Bushiroad news. And on this one card that has seen a significant amount of publicity thanks to that. So we're talking about Hallucinatory Morpheo, which is a grade 2 from set 11, Clash of the Heroes. This is one of those order cyclers, along with several others that came from this set. But this one just got a big boost in value due to the Stoichia reveals that happened today during Bushiroad's live stream. Essentially, there's a new ride line that supports blitz orders, and more so in general. Morpho is a card that pluses based off of blitz orders, between getting more power when it battles and the ability to search out orders from your deck depending on circumstances. But the thing is, this card used to be ridiculously cheap before the news. If you take a look, its market price up to this point was change. 30 cents, 29 cents, and now the market price has jumped all the way to 586. And if you take a look at listings from, let's see, back from yesterday, it was selling for $1.75. Lots of copies going for basically dollars, and even before that, it was even cheaper. But you can see that there were tons and tons of copies that were bought over the last few days, and now numbers of copies from yesterday this is all today. All of today's listings have been selling for $6 to $7 a piece, and lots of them just because of this news. They have a saying in the stock market and in terms of investments: buy on the rumor, sell on the news. And this is just one of those situations. Because Morpho has some potential to play with the new support, given that it's blitz order support, lots of players are flocking to it at this point. We haven't even had a day of just play testing it, but lots of players are just looking to grab it before any potential value that they might be missing. Now, as for the FFR's original pricing was very close to that of what the Triple R is at now, $5 to $7. But they all got bought out, and there were copies that got bought to the point of $25 as well. And now there are no listings of the FFR at this point. So, if you do have copies, they are selling high. As to something I did say on Twitter, though, or X, I guess, is this justified? Well, only time will tell, and we'll see if this card actually gets to see more play. Honestly, I don't think so personally, but that's only something time will be able to explain. But it's not just Morpho that got a buyout on this news. Sweet Honey Garden, the FR, also got a buyout on this news. There's only one copy on the market right now at $5 with a $4 shipping tag, and if you take a look at listings that sold recently, all the copies under $1 got bought out. There were some $5 copies and a single $9 copy that also got bought. So, another question of, is it justified? This is a pretty good blitz order, though. It does require a soul rather than the energy for the new one that's getting announced, but it is a stronger shield overall if you play blitz orders. So, this is definitely another one to pay attention to. The rare still has plenty of quantities available, so if you do need to pick it up, it's 1 cent to start and a market price of 12 cents. Moving on to tournament packs. So, the February shop tournament promos have been announced, and I just wanted to take a quick look through what we've got for D format. The first is Surreas, which is the new Alden support from set 13. We've got Maliva, which is Magnolia Mask support. We have Beware the Sneak of Fireworks, which is Michu support, basically another Cannonball-based order. We've got the Alt Art of Brachioforce, the Alt Art of Amazement Magician, the Alt Art of Mega Grago. We've also got Parsa, which is Unison Dress Leonore support. And then we've also got the 2 order cards to go with the Stride deck sets for Chronojet and Messiah. The first being Footprints, which is for Chronojet, and the second being Prelude of Genesis, which is for Messiah. So, for next month, this is what you can look forward to in terms of D promos. I guess while we're here, just taking a look at the V and premium ones, we have Dragon Dancer Madeline for Narukami, and for Pale Moon, we've got Knife Strike Pardos as well. Now going back into singles, let's go ahead and see what else has been going. Servant Valcracia is the first one I want to go over. It's still short on listings overall and is pretty expensive, but cheaper than it was before. $26 is the base listing, and $20 is the market price. 3 listings overall. $38.48 for the foil version is the base price, and $40 is the market price on that one. Ultimately, this does have playability in both Chronojet and Jeweled. Ultimately may have some playability elsewhere, but it's still popular to pick up right now. You've also got Yasmin for Kyrie. I was going and looking at live Kyrie in our last market watch, which is running low on quantities. So I figured looking at Yasmin is a good thing here. It's at 8 listings on the regular promo, $8, and the foil has been bought out to the point of 26 right now with a market price of $14.75. 2 listings overall, and if we look at the ones that have sold recently, they range from $14 to $20 on the recent sells. So it is picking back up now that we're getting to Lyrical Set 4's actual release date, and the fact that Kyrie seems to be running out of listings as well. So watch out on that. Going back into cyclers from set 10, Habitual Zone is back up in value on the triple rare, where it's now $20 base and a market price of almost $17. We also have the alt art version from the most recent set 13, where you can pick that up for $33.50 base, and it has 8 listings overall. If you want the FFR of the original, it's $60 base right now and a much higher market price. So it's a matter of whether or not you want the alt art version or just the FFR here. Technically, I believe the Secret Premium is the rarer one to pick up, but if you want the original artwork, which seems to be more popular, then the FFR is your pick for high rarity. Twin Marvel Dragon. We haven't covered this one in a while, and I do want to point out that its double rare is low on quantities at $119, which is both its base price and market price. But if you take a look at the FR, it's not that much higher right now. 17 listings starting at $130, and it's $162 market price. And if we take a look at what listings are available, let's see. Recent sales have been 75 cents, $1.30, and available listings get closer to $2, but most of these only have 1 copy overall. So that is a little problematic given how the double rare is running out of quantities here. It could push this a little further, but it is still harder to sell cards like this if you don't have full play sets or at least multiple copies. Even so, definitely keep your eye on this card, as it does have general good utility, and if we get more units that Soul Blast a lot of cards at once, this card will definitely get more looks down in the future. We haven't gone over Bruce in a while, and after talking about Julian in the last market watch, I do want to see where Bruce is sitting right now. The highest rarities at this point are the SSR and the DSR amongst all of the different Bruces we've got. The original Violence, we've got Viamance, and we've got Unrivaled, which is the grade 4. The DSR for Viamance, which was the most expensive for quite a while, in the 200s and 100s for a while, now has a base listing of $83. And I recall talking about how the DSR of Violence Bruce, the original, I was shocked to see this thing go under $30 at one point, and after I pointed that out, it had gotten bought out to the point of $50 again, but we're back at $39.10 for its base, and the market price is $36.46. So it's still getting back to a cheaper state. And then you've got the SSR, which is currently $84 and then $83.63 market price. And if we take a look at all the other copies, the FFR of Viamance is $20, the SP of Unrivaled is $8, Viamance's base triple rare is just over $5. And you take a look at Violence Bruce's SP from Festival 2021, that thing is under $2 for its base price right now. So while Julian is going up in value, Bruce is not really going anywhere here, which still leads me to question why Julian has the price point that it does right now. I was just curious, so I figured I'd go over it here. Then we've also got another card that has fallen out, which is Sealed Blaze Dragon Oshnia. This is from Festival Collection 2022 and was one of the biggest hot cards to pick up from this set in the past. But you can see that the SP and the triple rare now align on their base listing, and the market price of the SP is pretty much double that of the triple rare. But ultimately, it's just the SP's low listing of $9.99 is just one listing before it goes back up to at least $11.27 and then moves its way back up. But if you take a look at actual listings, this card was selling for $4 to $5 recently. Basagra has just fallen out of the limelight, which definitely led to this card's overall fall. So if you do want to pick up the SP, there'll probably be more cheap listings that just hit the market from time to time. And the last card I want to talk about is Purling Dragon Blorvis. This is the Dragon Empire Ride Fodder, Stride Fodder that comes in set 13. And mainly I just want to call out, right now it's got 15 listings on its triple rare at $8.75 to start, which is higher than its market price of $7.38. The FFR is lower than its market price. It's $35 right now, and the market price is $42.62. But I called out in my last market watch how the jeweled cats had all been going up in value recently. These Stride Fodder, Ride Fodder cards are also generic to any deck of their own respective nations, so definitely pay attention to these if you need to pick them up, because they do fluctuate quite a lot. And in general, I would see them continue to go up in value as more playstyles come up. So if you do need to pick these up, I would pick them up sooner than later. But in the case of ones that are more expensive right now, it really ends up being your call as to when you think the low point is coming. And in many cases, I feel like it might have passed already, but we'll have to see. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.